You ever have those mornings where you walk into the shop, smell the walnut shavings and the cutting oil, and it feels like the future is actually leaning over your shoulder?
That sounds poetic, Tiger, but usually when you say the future is leaning over your shoulder, it's just me wondering why you're trying to use a wood chisel to open a paint can.
Hey, it's a versatile tool. But no, I'm talking about the sheer momentum of things right now. It's July 16th, 2026, and the world of making, from the tiny plastic gears in a 3D printer to $50 billion data centers, is moving at a clip that'd make a circular saw blush.
Well, you're not wrong. The TigerDen inbox is melting today. Should we start with the robots in our living room news?
Let's do it. Bamboo Lab. I remember when getting a 3D printer meant spending 2 weeks troubleshooting a bird's nest of plastic spaghetti and wondering why the bed wasn't level. It was basically a hazing ritual for nerds.
And now? You're telling me these things are essentially plug and play enough for the local hardware store?
Better than that, they're hitting US retail shelves. Being able to walk into a store, wrap your knuckles on the frame, and see how fast that print head actually dances, that's a game changer. It takes the, is this a toy or a tool, guesswork out of the equation. Whether you're dropping 200 bucks or a grand, you're buying a manufacturing plant that fits next to your toaster.
It's the bamboo revolution, as you called it. But I noticed you caught some feelings about their charity work, too.
Yeah, that hit home. They did a fundraiser for the earthquake in Venezuela. It's a good reminder that even when we're obsessed with layer heights and nozzle temps, we're part of a bigger tribe. A company that builds community while building hardware. Researchers call that brand loyalty. I call it just not being a jerk.
Speaking of big tribes and massive hardware, Meta is dumping 50 billion, with a B, into a data center in Louisiana. That is a staggering amount of concrete and copper.
It's a mountain of work. We're talking 7,500 construction jobs at the peak. If you're a sparky, a pipe fitter, or a welder, that's not just a paycheck, that's a landmark. But here's what sticks in my craw, in a good way. The CEO of Superior Construction, Pete Krauser, said something that should be tattooed on every toolbox. Every good mentor was at one point a mentee.
I knew you'd latch on to that. You're always trying to apprentice me into doing your sanding.
Look, I'm just trying to save your smooth hands from a life of leisure. But seriously, they're building a 2-story facility in Jacksonville just for training. If you've been swinging a hammer for 20 years, the industry is starving for your brain, not just your back. These high-tech sites need graybeards to show the greenhorns how to actually read a site when things go sideways.
So if you're a veteran, don't just retire, lead.
Exactly. Don't let all that shop floor wisdom evaporate. Pass the torch, otherwise we're just building giant boxes of servers with no one left who knows how to fix a leaky valve.
Okay, let's pivot to the maker moguls. You mentioned something interesting in the blog about tactile proof. Explain that to me, because most of our listeners are selling on Instagram or Etsy. Why does physical presence matter when everyone is looking at a glass screen?
Because you can't smell a screen, Alex. You can't feel the weight of a chamfered edge or the silkiness of a hand-rubbed oil finish through a like button.
So what, we all need to open boutiques in this economy?
No, you do what I call the sneaky showcase.
The sneaky showcase. That sounds like you're hiding birdhouses in the bushes at the park.
Close. I'm talking about micro pop-ups. Take your best piece, the one that makes people stop and stare, and ask the local coffee shop owner if it can live on their counter for a week with a small stack of cards. People need to touch the work. If they feel the heft of a well-made handle, that add to cart finger gets a lot itchier when they get home.
It's about building trust through the fingertips.
Precisely. As these 3D printers and CNC machines get cheaper and faster, the making part becomes a commodity. Your value as a mogul isn't just that you can make it, it's that you designed it, you finished it, and you're a real person they can see. The tech is the engine, but your brand is the upholstery.
Let's talk projects. Someone in the community shared a baby gift tutorial. You got a little misty-eyed reading that, didn't you?
Careful now, I've got a reputation. But yeah, gift. Posted this heirloom tutorial. There's something special about building a project for someone who doesn't even know what a project is yet. You're building a memory they'll inherit. It's the ultimate long game craft.
Well, while you're getting sentimental, the Maker channel was out there wrestling with teak. A 12x3 door frame? That sounds heavy.
Teak is a beautiful nightmare. It's got so much natural silica in it. It's basically like trying to saw through a very expensive sandcastle. If your blades aren't sharp, teak will just laugh at you and turn your saw blade into a spinning record of smoke and regret.
Speaking of transformations, did you see that karaoke bar makeover?
Oh man, talk about a lighting is everything lesson. They took a basement that probably smelled like old cardboard and turned it into a neon destination. It's a reminder for all us makers. Sometimes the project isn't about perfect joinery, it's about perfect vibes. A gallon of dark paint and some LED strips can do more for a room than a month of structural framing.
Well, before you go painting the workshop neon pink, let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway for the Tigers today?
Honestly, it's about the bridge between the old ways, the mentorship and the tactile feel of wood, and the new ways, like 3D printing and $50 billion data hubs. Don't get stuck on one side. Use the new tools to free up your time so you can focus on the stuff that actually matters, teaching the next guy and building things that last longer than a software update.
Stay gritty, stay creative.
And for heaven's sake, keep your fingers clear of the blade. I don't want to have to read your emergency room stories in next week's digest.